Coming up on this edition of Talk of the Town, I have from the Salt Fork Festival, Carol Wilcox Jones, as well as Marti Reed. From the Living Word Outdoor Drama, folks, it's Crucifixed 2018 weekend that's upon us. Mark Stoffer, as well as Heath Dawson, will join me. That's all on this edition of Talk of the Town.
From the U.S. Bank Studios in downtown Cambridge, Ohio, it's Talk of the Town.
And welcome on into another edition of Talk of the Town from the U.S. Bank Studios here in beautiful downtown Cambridge. It is your boy Jeremy Scott. Folks, it's a beautiful day, much nicer than we had last week when we taped Talk of the Town. Of course, Adam Green, whose voice you hear occasionally, manning the cameras, manning the controls with great aplomb, as he always does. And I'll tell you, folks, this weekend is huge here in town. Why? Well, it's an annual tradition. It's a tried and true tradition. It's a fun time. It's the biggest thing since sliced bread. Greatest thing since sliced bread. Not sure what you want to call it. It's a big deal, though. It is the Salt Fork Festival. Joining me to talk about that very thing, ladies and gentlemen, I have to my left, Marti Reed. Good to see you, Marti.
Good to be here.
And directly to the left of her, the one who will always let you know that life is wonderful and beautiful. It's tradition to have Carol Wilcox Jones.
Good morning.
How are you, Carol?
I'm swell.
I tell you what, life is always peachy when you're around because,
well, thank you.
Again, you know, with so many years in the performing arts as you have, you are the perfect person to lead something like the Salt Fork Festival.
It's true. Well, I'm one of the wheels that make the bus go round.
She's very modest too, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
Carol, I want to talk all about this year's festivities because just
yes.
so many things are going to be going on. First of all, let's talk about the times and the days that it will be taking place.
This weekend is the weekend. Woo! You got
beautiful.
He gets me singing too.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Friday from 3 until 8. It's Saturday all day, starting from 10 until 7, and it's Sunday from 10 until 4.
All right.
In Cambridge City Park.
Yeah, you know, and that's something that I wanted to touch upon. The fact of the matter is, even though it's called the Salt Fork Festival, it's kind of a misnomer because it does indeed take place at the Cambridge City Park, not at Salt Fork.
Yes, and I've often wondered about that. I said, gosh, maybe we should change the name. And they said, no, everybody knows it as Salt Fork. We wouldn't know what to think if you changed it. Originally, when the lake was built and they were coming in with Salt Fork Lodge, I think it was anticipated that they would have the festival there. But they brought it to City Park, and it was so popular and so much appreciated and better for the folks here. So they stayed, and here it is, 49 years in Cambridge City Park.
Tried and true tradition, the Salt Fork Festival. So what are the
It's
festivities?
lovely.
What are the festivities
Oh, my
we can
gosh.
expect this year?
This year we're going to have, well, first of all, we have vendors of so many different mediums. You know, we have painters, and we have potters, and we have welders, and we have wood carvers, and we have jewelers, and we have fabric designs, leather. It just goes on. And every time you walk down a nice little path in the park, you discover somebody new and something that's different. We have wonderful music planned. We've got, gosh, I think 11 or 12 different bands. We've got ensembles performing vocally. We've got instrumentalists. We have strolling musicians. We have something that I really want to talk about, and this involves Marti here on my right. One of the nice things that we're doing, well, there's so many nice things, but I had mentioned this morning when we had a chance to visit before coming here that...
Yes, on that morning show with Jeremy Scott, which, by the way, you can hear each and every weekday from 6 until 10 on 96 FM, 96.7 on your FM dial. Go ahead, Carol, as you were saying.
We talked about the Lego design program. For kids K through 5, there's a wonderful chance to come out to the pavilion on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock and build Legos. We have a Lego build that's provided by the Y. You don't have to have your own Legos. We provide them, and they're going to do land, sea, and air, 3 different builds, and kids can have fun doing that in their prizes. Another very nice thing that we're doing this year is our crafting program, which has grown partly because of this lovely lady beside me. She has organized some very wonderful crafters who will help both kids and adults to make lots of projects during the festival. I'm going to turn it to her because she's brought some of those, and I'm going to just help her demonstrate.
We love props, Marti. Tell us what we have on set with us.
Well, our props here, this is our free craft that our kids ages 3 till adult can go ahead and make. Okay, a butterfly, you say? Well, actually, we're making the seed balls and the butterflies.
I'll be darned.
So we can go ahead and promote the growth of monarch butterflies, and the areas in our area. So we have those, and those are free. We also have little memory stones, and we have a larger one too that we're doing that I actually did with my handprint and my little granddaughter's handprint. And so they're memory stones.
And look at that, the letter J.
Yeah. Actually, that's for my little granddaughter Josie, so sorry.
Well, it's okay. Hey, you could have let a guy have his moment, but it's okay, Marty. We'll let you continue.
Well, one of the other things we're doing is little fairy lights, and these light up. They have little color changing, and when it's lit, you can see the little fairies inside. So what little girl wouldn't like to do something like that?
Absolutely.
Shall I hold this one up too?
Yes, you absolutely should.
This is
And this is for adults, and we'd like to have like for ages 8 and up, which I think they could handle really well. How much do you think you would pay for that, like if you went to Amish country?
Oh, you're looking at a good, what, 30, 40 bucks?
Okay, and people can make those for $12. And this is a plain $2 board. You can see on the back of it that it's plain. And we're going to show them how to make it so that it looks like it's barn siding. So that's pretty cool. They have their choice of colors, their choice of sayings, and their choice of the buckets, the flowers.
I have to ask you, is Hakuna Moscato one of the many sayings you could put up there?
We could do that.
It means drink wine, ladies and gentlemen.
We also have a very talented lady, Debbie Wagner, that's going to be making ocarinas. Do you know what an ocarina is?
Yes.
It's a whistle. Isn't that cool? And so the kids are going to go ahead and paint those. And of course, they can string into a necklace.
How about that? So if some gym teacher were to come along,
that's right.
or some
The gym
coach were to
teacher
come
could
along,
go ahead and make those, and they could put whatever colors, blue and white, or
Absolutely.
Okay? So that's good.
That is very good. So if somebody would like to be a part of this program and register to be a part of this, how do they go about doing that, Marty?
They can go ahead and go online. Now, we've had a little bit of a glitch with that, not being able to pay online, but go ahead and register online. And if they don't feel comfortable doing that, they can go ahead and show up on Friday when we open. We will be opening the craft tent at 2 for registration. So they can go ahead and pick out the classes. We have great big schedules so that everyone can see exactly what times they are.
Sure.
And we will be there from 2 until 6 on Friday.
Okay.
They can register for the classes for the rest of the weekend if they would like. We are going to be there from 10 till 6 on Saturday, and then from 11 to 3 on Sunday.
The Salt Fork Arts and Crafts Festival, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, you talk about a tried and true tradition in this town, something that so many people look forward to each and every year with great reason. Look at all this stuff. A lot of talented people helping to make this happen. Marty Reed,
yes.
pleasure to have you on the show, making
Nice
her Talk
to
of
be
the
here.
Town debut. And of course, Carol Wilcox.
Yes.
She's better than I am at that, ladies and gentlemen.
I have
It's
to
Jeremy Scott.
I have to say thank you to all the volunteers who make the festival happen, too.
Takes a
Thank you.
village. Everything does. We'll be back with more Talk of the Town right here on YRP TV.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys that teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Ruth Dixon and her crew bring you the things you need to decorate your home with country charm and warmth. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a
great place to live, work, and play.
Check out Talk of the Town on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/YRPTV and be sure to subscribe.
Back at the U.S. Bank Studios, it is Talk of the Town. It is Jeremy Scott in the captain's chair alongside Adam Green behind the microphones, manning the controls as he does. Folks, a big event coming up this weekend besides the Salt Fork Festival. Maybe when you're done there, you could go over to the Living Word because it is time for Crucifixed. And joining me on set to talk about that very thing, I have got Mr. Heath Dawson himself.
Hello, Jeremy.
And I'll tell you what, this guy over here, he doesn't make macaroni and cheese, but he does make things happen at the Living Word. His last name is Stoffer. He is Mr. Mark Stoffer. Good to see you, my friend.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about this year's Crucifixed event, Heath. What all is going to be taking place? I know that you have some really big acts coming to perform.
Yes, this will be our third annual event that we've had at the Living Word. This year we've gone to 3 bands. Typically the last 2 years we had 2 bands, but we decided to go to 3 and make it more a little bit more music. But this year our headliner will be Decipher Down. They're from Moorhead, North Carolina. They've toured pretty much the entire country. They just opened last fall for Older Bridge, so they really have gotten a lot of notoriety.
National exposure, big time.
Yes. Yeah, and their most recent CD, they had a single called Nothing More that went mainstream, so they've really got a lot of success. Great guys, good, great talent. The second band will be Random Hero. They're from Denver, Colorado. They were at Crucifixed 2017, so we're really excited to have them back. Great guys, and again with them, they just had their last 2 singles, namely Impossible, that went mainstream, and I think it was like number 37, 36 on the Billboard charts. So they've really got some national exposure here in the last year with their new album. And then the third band is a new band. They're called Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh. GFM is what they go by for short. They're 3 teenage sisters, and they are incredible. And they just got done playing on a thing called the Rock Fest in Wisconsin. And they played with mainstream acts, Godsmack, Shinedown, Disturbed, Seether. I mean, so that was a big thing for them to get, and they've got a lot of national exposure from that, but they're incredible. So we're really excited to be going to 3 bands this year.
And this is happening on which day?
Saturday, August 11th, from 2 to 6 p.m. A lot of people will ask what else is going on. We'll have 3 speakers. Myself, I do spoken word poetry, so I'll be unveiling a new piece. Mark here, he will be doing one of our keynote speakers. He served overseas and also was a Zanesville cop, so we're going to have him tell some stories about our theme, which is called Lost, Find the Way. So everything is going to be centered around that. And then Josh Haught, the youth minister from Stop 9 Church of Christ, great speaker. He's going to be back for the 3rd year. So we just keep asking him to come back because he really resonates with the kids. So we're excited about our theme and everything that we have going on. And then the Love Brothers, they'll be there to lead song and praise again. So
yeah, and it sounds to me like it's going to be a really worthwhile event for people to be able to attend. Now, Mark, if people are interested in getting tickets for this event, how do they go about doing that?
They can go online at thelivingword.com or call the Living Word and get a hold of Heath to get tickets, or show up the day at the gate and they can purchase tickets as they go in.
They can purchase tickets at the gate as well. Now, Mark, you've been on the board at Living Word for how many years now?
I'm going on my 2nd year now.
Your 2nd year now, okay. So you saw Crucifixed last year then, now you're seeing it this year. It seems to me like it is growing by leaps and bounds year after year.
Most definitely. Last year was my first year involved with Crucifixed. I did speak at the event. And this year, it just seems like there's more of, I guess, a different energy. People are really excited about coming out. We've had more pre-sale tickets sold, and just people are really excited about coming out and seeing the bands and hearing the speakers.
So you are one of the speakers, as you've mentioned.
Yes.
What is the message that you're trying to convey?
Well, the message that I'm trying to convey, I use a lot of personal experience from being in the military, from being in law enforcement. And, Christianity is not always about being perfect. We're not going to be perfect. We're going to lose our way. And that is the theme this year, Lost, Finding the Way. And the way for Christians is through Jesus Christ. And I use my own personal experience and the time that I was lost, and just being able to portray that in a way that the youth can hopefully kind of themselves maybe relate to.
And not just the youth. I mean, this is for everybody.
Oh, definitely.
This is absolutely for everybody.
This is for youth, adults, and I hope that, I'm able to put it in the words that God wants me to use to be able to reach those people. So,
Heath, as you mentioned, you're going to be performing as well. You're doing a spoken word piece as you've done at the past Crucifixed festivals. What are you going to be talking about?
Mine will be a piece, original piece called "The Way." And basically, if you know anything about spoken word, it's a very rhythmic poetry. My first one that I ever did out there was called Newfound Hope, and it went viral. So it was very surprising, and really I didn't expect anything. So that's my ministry on the side. My spoken word ministry kind of came of that. And it'll be basically the same thing, just about how we're lost in life and maybe broken and don't know where to turn. And basically, when we think about the way and directions and GPS and all this, you think more of an app on your phone and stuff. But really what I'm going to be sharing is the way is actually Jesus Christ. So that's what my piece will be about.
The fact that you were able to get all these bands from across the country, I mean, you have them coming all the way from Colorado and also from the Carolinas as well.
Yes.
What's your connection with them? How are you able to make that kind of connection with those bands?
Well, it was through God. I mean, he introduced me to a fella down in Nashville. We became friends and started talking. And then the bands, I've just gone and seen Christian events and became friends with the bands. And it's just one thing after another. And now people are reaching out to me asking, can we come play at Crucifixed? They've heard that we take care of them very well. We have Theo's Caters.
Oh, wow.
And then we have Main Event Tent out of Newark that comes and puts up a tent. Mark Douglas out of Zanesville does our tech. And then our sponsors is Fairfield Inn and Suites, Sleep Inn and Suites, and the Garland. They put up all the bands in the hotels. So everybody's kind of hearing about how we treat them, and it's just kind of been a domino effect. God just leads people to us, and it happens. So.
Again, this is Crucifix 2018.
Yes.
It's happening from 2 until 6 this coming Saturday. That is the 11th
Yes.
of August. It's going to be a great time. Again, people can get their tickets ahead of time at the Living Word website.
Yes, they can go to, and here's the poster. If you can zoom in on that, Adam. I don't know if you can, but that's the poster for the event. Basically, they can go on our website, www.livingworddrama.org.
Yep.
They can email me, info@livingworddrama.org, or they can call us at 740-439-2761. And if they see this episode of Talk of the Town, I have 4 free tickets to give away today. The key words is anchor me. You have to call us and use those words, and it will only come from this. Anchor me is the words. 4 tickets.
There you go. And if you're not lucky enough to win the tickets, again, you can get them at the gate as well. Heath Dawson, I appreciate you. Can you actually stick around for another segment?
Sure,
we want to talk about a couple of other things coming up at the Living Word, so appreciate you sticking around for that. And Mark, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I hope that this is a big deal. It sounds to me like you guys have a lot of things going on for this year's festival. Hey, break a leg speaking, both of you.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more Talk of the Town right here on YRP TV.
Talk of the Town will be right back. Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
A great place to live, work, and play.
U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
For a show schedule of upcoming guests and to watch past episodes, go to yourradioplace.com.
And we're back here at the Talk of the Town studios. a.k.a. the U.S. Bank Studios. No, I never forget where I am. I just wanted to call it something other than the U.S. Bank Studios, but I guess it's the Talk of the Town Studios at U.S. Bank. I mean, would that be an okay thing to call it?
Jeremy Scott experience at U.S. Bank? I don't know. Whatever you want.
Boy, I'll tell you what, it's not the Jeremy Scott experience today, folks. It is the Heath Dawson experience because Heath is with me once again for another segment here at Talk of the Town. Really quickly, I just wanted to say one more thing about Crucifixed 2018. I know that you put heart and soul into making this happen. So when will the planning for Crucifixed 2019 begin?
It has already begun, actually, Jeremy. I've reached out to 3 bands, and I have one definite for sure, and the other one is probably going to be a yes. And if we get them, they were a national touring band with Shinedown and Papa Roach, Skillet. So, I mean, if we get them, I'm real excited. So I'm not letting the cat out of the bag yet.
As to who it is?
Yeah, until either the day of Crucifix usually is when I announce, or they're a little bit after. So, but yeah, we've already started working on it. I've got, sponsors already have committed. So, I mean, it's a pretty much an ongoing process. It's one after another, and that ties into Living Word too. So, I mean, I'm already working on our brochures for next year. So, it's just an ongoing process.
And speaking of Living Word, for people who have probably heard the name, I mean, if you've been in this town for any amount of time, you've heard the name Living Word.
Yes.
There are a lot of people though who might not know exactly what it is. I know that you have something called the Jerusalem Experience. That's kind of your bread and butter of what you do at the Living Word. Can you, in layman's terms, in a few minutes, explain what that is?
Yeah, I'll tell you first about the Living Word. The Living Word is an outdoor passion play. It's Ohio's only outdoor passion play. The next close to us is in Eureka Springs, Arkansas.
Oh, wow.
We are 44 years old, so it's a year younger than I am. I'm tattling on my age, but it's a year younger than me. So it started with our founder, Frank Roughton Harvey. He basically turned a play that he had put on in Atlanta, Georgia, called Behold the Man during the Civil Rights time. Very groundbreaking because he used the African-American man to play Jesus.
Oh, wow.
So very neat back then. But it's called A Miracle That Saved Atlanta still to this day. And neat thing, 2 weeks ago, I had the original property manager from Behold the Man stop at the Living Word and visit for 2 hours. So she got to go over and see Frank and Hazel's headstones because they're buried on our grounds. And she, of course, she cried. So that was very touching. But I learned a lot of history about the Living Word. But basically, we just detailed the last 3 years of Jesus Christ's life, his ministry, his miracles, including his death, burial, and resurrection. So that's kind of what the Living Word is. And if you don't believe in God, I always tell everybody, at least come out and see it for the entertainment value. Because honestly, to see our set and just see the work that all of our volunteers put in, it's incredible. It really is. It is a spectacle, is the best word to say. As far as the Jerusalem Experience, it is called the Jerusalem Experience and Family Fun Day. So what it is kind of a carnival-like atmosphere. We take our set, which is a 400-foot permanent panoramic set, and we turn each piece into stations. And so what we do is we'll take maybe, where Herod's Court is, and we'll put a carpentry station there. And so what ends up is the kids will come, and families, it's open to everybody, but we gear it towards kids per se, but what we do is we have them help build maybe something like this that will be used for our set next year.
Sure.
Another station would be making unleavened bread. Another station is story time. Another one's costume making, where they would make a costume like we wear during the drama, and they get to wear that home. We do a slate painting station, a story time station. We just have so many stations out there. The best thing about it is parents get in for 10, and then they also, and the youth, which is 3 to 12, get in for $8.
Oh, cool.
So it's not real expensive. The neat thing is they get a free ticket to come to the Living Word that night. So last year we probably had about 50 children that stayed for the night, and we had them in the drama. So when they ran out during the Hosanna scene when Jesus enters the holy city, and it was so adorable to see all these kids running out, and just screaming, Hosanna, Hosanna. So it's really, really a neat day, Jeremy.
And when is it?
That'll be Saturday, September 8th. It'll be from 1 to 5 p.m. And then if it would happen to rain, we are going to have a second day in case it would be rained out. That would be September 15th.
Okay.
But the original date will be September 8th with the rain date then the next week to follow.
And again, if anybody has any question about the schedule of events, about the Jerusalem Experience, or really anything else that you have going on at Living Word, remind people of the website.
www.livingworddrama.org. Very interactive site. We just built it last off season, so it's kind of a brand new season. I would like to plug in a cheap plug for ABC Communications as their tech team helped us build that site, so I really want to thank those guys. But you can go there, or you can always email us at info@livingworddrama.org, or call our phone number 740-439-2722. 2761.
And I know that you personally, and I would have to imagine it expands to the Living Word as well, have a very hyperactive presence on social media. So if somebody wanted to Facebook message you or the Living Word page, you'd get back to them.
Yes, I mean, my policy when I joined the Living Word was people that would leave phone messages was all that was getting called back. Mine is it doesn't matter who calls. If the phone number's on our caller ID, we're calling you back.
Yeah.
And my policy with Facebook, I have an app on my phone, of course, and I'm direct linked to the Living Word. So I usually am back with everybody within the hour or so.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, Crucifixed 2018 happening this Saturday. That's the 11th of August from 2 until 6 p.m. And then don't forget about the Jerusalem Experience. That's coming up September 8th. As long as it doesn't rain, we'll get that done on September 8th as well. I'm sure that we'll probably be speaking with Heath Dawson at some point along the line on that morning show with Jeremy Scott, which you can hear from 6 until 10 a.m. Monday through Friday on 96 FM. Am I right about that? Are you scheduled to come up yet?
We're not, but we will be coming, so we'll see it for sure.
Maybe we'll do that when the cameras turn off. Hey, Heath, I appreciate you sticking around for that segment. Thank you for all that you do.
Thanks for everything you guys do for us.
Hey, it's our pleasure. We'll be back to wrap up Talk of the Town right here on YRP TV and, of course, on YouTube.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys that teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door. U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
Thanks again to my guests on this edition of Talk of the Town from the Salt Fork Arts and Crafts Festival, Carol Wilcox Jones, as well as Marty Reed. Go and check that out this weekend. Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Also this weekend, Crucifixed 2018 is the Living Word Outdoor Drama. Thanks again to Heath Dawson, as well as board member Mark Stoffer for coming on and talking all about that. Folks, don't forget about that code. Heath will let you in for free if you call him up and you give him that code that he gave you just a couple of segments ago. Check out Nash Icon, the latest and greatest addition to the ABC family. It's more of like a change to the ABC family because on 107.9 FM on your FM dial, it used to be ESPN, now it is Nash Icon. If you're in Zanesville, 98.5 on the FM dial, and high school football's upon us, head to yourradioplace.com and check out that schedule. We've got 5 games coming up on YRP TV. For our producer, Adam Green, my name is Jeremy Scott saying, have yourself a fantastic day.